Sunday Truth Talk. Let me see if that is working now. We had some issues with the audio, but I have important things to say, so let's check if that is working. I want to talk. I want to express. I want you to hear this. Yay! Is it better? Is it better now? So I changed the filter. I put my glasses off and I have my earbuds connected. So is the audio really, really good? Is it different than without the, I mean, it looks not that really great, but here we are. Here we are. It fulfills the purpose, and the purpose is you got to hear this message. Perfect. Amazing. Amazing. So, I felt it already this week, and yesterday I was in conversation with Doreen, which is my mastermind girl, and we were talking about what is it that we want, how do we want our business move forward, the bigger picture. Like this is like what I want to share with you today is really an invitation for you to question and reflect yourself, how you see yourself, also how you see this industry. Because I would like you to share with me what conversations, what topics, what are you missing? What is it that you feel insecure about? Um, what is it that you feel you would love to talk more about what you don't see any coaches talking about? What is it like there's so many things that I am sharing inside of my community, the HD Lounge or the Money Club, as the truth that I cannot share here because the filters and everything, but I definitely share them in there. But generally, I think how to embody and secure the next level. That's an amazing question, Ria. It is definitely one topic that we need to talk about because the next level is that it will never end, right? It will never end because we're always evolving and growing. But let me share this, and then you might be um, inspired to answer your question yourself. But keep that in mind. Bring it up in a second. I want to talk about this. Um, I always fall down after a crazy launch. Ah, yeah. Okay. There's so many good things that you're going to pull out of me. Okay. Hold back for a moment. I would love to riff about that. This is so fun. Um, but let me get this point across first, why I came up about owning it. So, you know, when doors are closing 2027 and we're each day, with each transit, now Mars enters Gemini, everything gets more intensified. So Mars is usually in Gemini for a couple of weeks, and then it goes into a new sign. The detailed energy update comes in the Money Club, where I talk about how you can navigate those transits to stay in alignment, to not fall out of a crazy launch, and keep money coming in. So the Money Club is 111 per month there. It's like when you love my live streams, this is what I do, and you get coaching, and there's a special Q&As and all that. So if you want information about the Money Club, then just message me and I can send you information. However, Mars will stay in Gemini for 8 months. So what is this about? It is about big desire energy. It is about what is it that you really want. And how do we manifest? We manifest it through self-expression, through two things. And this is a little bit like what Raya said, how to embody and secure the next level. The next level is always defined by more, by different, by a different experience that we have. And we manifest through words and actions. That's it. These two things, what you talk, also the inner talk, the self-talk to yourself, your thoughts, and then the action that you take based on either your aligned self, your next level self. What would she be doing, Ria? Would she be sitting here and asking questions on a live stream, or would you try to get as close as you can to join women who are at that level that you want, to learn from them behind the scenes and get personalized support? Like, this is how you secure becoming her faster and collapse time, by taking action from her. This is how I usually make my decisions when I say, this is what I want. How do I get there? By taking action. How can I stay longer, more sustainable in that energy of that next level self? by joining a mentor, joining a community that really holds me to that standard. Because the 5 people you surround yourself with are the people that impact your thoughts and energy, and it's your self-image. The thoughts you have about yourself, the beliefs about what you're capable of, the energy that you're in, the mechanics. Are you picking up the not self? Ria, what is your design? Are you picking up the not self of the other people, especially around the heart center? It's all confidence, self-esteem, self-image, self-worth. Maybe you don't feel worthy to really get the success, so that you self-sabotage, that you crash after a crazy launch, that you create the launch as crazy so that you crash. Yes, burning out is a great self-sabotage pattern of the sacral, the undefined sacral of a projector, to push yourself so that you don't be successful, and it's inherited by our mothers down the lineage. It is the mother wound. It is ingrained in the heart center. And so I will do actually a masterclass where we talk about these things and we code that. Confidence, self-worth, it's the ego. It's the ego that you allow yourself and put yourself first and feel worthy to be successful. Yeah. So I will announce the class next week. It is the essential, it's the foundation for a businesswoman to work consistently, and this work never ends, on that center. Because then you go from the ego of, I need money to feel safe, to feel secure, and you are codependent to payments coming in, to have an ego death and ego recoding, to to talk about, okay, what is it that I want for others? How can I lead myself even better to be a role model? Especially projectors, we're here to guide. You cannot fucking guide someone else because your aura picks up shit from others. We're here to be conditioned by picking up conditioned people's energy. But if you cannot hold them and understand how to work this conditioning in your system, you will get sick. And that's why you subconsciously self-sabotage so that you don't pick up more people, because you have no fucking clue how to handle that. And I've been there. I've been there, my dear. Yeah, so many projectors running into that same dead end. And the thing is that when the doors close, when the wheel turns 2027, and every week we feel it more and more and more. I see so many projectors, even in the money club we had the conversation about what the fuck is going on. I see people teaching human design, teaching gene keys, teaching this and teaching that, and teaching without empowering and coaching other people doesn't help, does not help our collective, so that people get into their authority. When we are, for example, when you say, I only feel good when I'm alone, you're avoiding. It's an avoidance pattern. Are you an undefined emotional solar plexus? Then you're avoiding other people's aura and energy, not because you want to be alone, but it's a protection pattern, a coping pattern. So because you don't know how to lead and stay in your alignment with other people. Yeah. And that's the whole point. So what I want to bring across is that if you really want to step up your business and into leadership, this gets to be bigger. And what we see online is a lot of people, any types, let's say it right, you're not alone. You're not alone, and I'm honoring you that you share this so openly. This is a big step into self-leadership. And now the next step would be, for example, to join HD Lounge or the Money Club, to stay in that energy and to understand how to work it in real life, and to help to guide you. And for me personally, yesterday I noticed that no other mentor except for a projector can show me how to be a projector. And that's why I'm also bringing the stage back, the projector program, the projector mastermind, only for projectors. So that this is my signature course. This is what got me here, to create a lifestyle and a business for success, not only for me, but for others. We are the ones only who pick up and plug onto a monopole of another person. So in order to do that, we need to be in our power and our alignment to choose the ones who we want to take in, because we taste them, we feel them. It's our life force. And in our business, we need to set up the structures based on our personal aura so that we constantly feel supported and not self-sabotage after a launch. This will come in the stage, and I'm so fucking excited. Christina was part of the stage as well, right? So I answer your question in a second, Christina, but what I want to bring across is that I see a lot of incredible women dimming down, walking on eggshells when it comes to your truth and to your message. And this has to go deeper. Like when I open my phone, just, yeah, Ria, I know, thank you so much. And there's more. I'm not even talking about the real things on here. The real things are happening in other places, have to, because A, there's someone listening, and B, there's personalized, individualized support required so that I can look at your chart. And the look, my eyes on you, this is where we turn your shit into gold. This is so fun. This is what I love most. And it makes me kind of wonder why this is it. But, it is a self-sabotage pattern to not speak fully the truth, to stay the sheep, the white sheep, and not be the black sheep. So if you want to really have success, if you want to really step up into leadership, really, not just talk about it, not just say you want it, no, not just like this Mars and Gemini ask you to speak the fuck up and own it. You cannot sell freedom if you don't feel free to express yourself fully. And you're tiptoeing on eggshells, and you're sugarcoating your message, and you're people pleasing more than pushing them to the edge with your piercing message, because this is actually what people need. To be honest, everyone is too fabric softener washed. This whole coaching industry, I show you how to post on Instagram. If you don't have ideas what to post, this is what you should do. I say go fucking live your life. Become a projector. You just know your design. You don't live it. The first task is to finally heal your wounds, decondition, work, and become the person who you really know you are. And you know that you're meant for more. You have an incredible mission and vision for your life, but there's a big gap. And your work is to close that gap. So surround yourself with the people who see that potential in you, who support you in it, and not put obstacles in the way and kind of plant that fear. Yeah. So exactly. So the thing is, the biggest trait and gift for of a defined heart, Ria, I guess you have a undefined heart, or do you have a defined heart? Because what I learned this week in my own deconditioning process with my mentors is a deeper layer of unapologeticness and zero fucks around rejection. So the defined heart is actually here to take one for the team. And I really get that on a deeper level. To take one for the team, ego and throat defined. Perfect, Ria. So it's just a little bit that we got to dial that up with my energy. So if you are ego, if you have this one single channel, you're so powerful. So taking one for the team means the ability of not taking on rejection and give it a meaning about yourself comes from you getting into a highest definition of ego, which is purely tribal, it's not individual. That means you know your self-worth and you know your shit and you know that this what you have to share supports others, especially as projectors in their evolution. So the ego that we have also showcases and models that in my case in particular the self-expression. Nothing happens, nothing manifests if you, another projector with a defined heart, Cynthia is on here, another client of mine. Hello, dear. Nothing, like we take one for the team in terms of, I show you that nothing will happen if people reject you. People reject me every day. They throw shit at me. They think I can take it because I'm so strong. And it took me a long time to not give it a meaning. And it is not really nice. It's not kind. It's not leadership. It's not mature, but I see them now in their conditioning, and I understand that my role is here to dial my confidence even more up, because women like you who are listening here live and not even have the courage to say hello, have something to say, but are hiding because they just watch me from the far, and you're intrigued and you feed on my energy every day on my stories, but not even leave a word. Like this is bullshit. That doesn't make sense. Hi, Diana. This does not make sense because it's not an integrity. And I'm like, what the fuck? I talk about this now, not because it matters for me, but because someone has to say it. Someone has to take one for the team, you know? And I did my work over the summer of detachment, like so deeply, that I'm now ready with Mars and Gemini to step the fuck up and owning that and say, now I leave it on the table, and what you project, what you feel when I speak the truth and project it out is none of my business. And I'm modeling this as a line 6 for you because you have important things to say. You have something to bring to the table in a different way than this industry wants you to believe is the correct way. Because that's the whole point. You cannot sell. What are you selling? What are you actually selling? People don't buy programs. They buy an experience. They buy emotions. They buy transformation. So I'm selling confidence. And if I'm not showing up confidently and I'm creating a ego course, I'm not preaching. I'm because preaching means to convince. I'm just sharing, and you do what you need to do with it. Like, I'm done with this convincing. That's what projectors do a lot. Convincing and explaining and trying to prove others wrong. Don't you see this? I prove you wrong. I try to prove you wrong that actually this is the way to go. But people don't go that way. They only go and change when you own your shit and leave them where they are. Be hard to get is a saying that projectors need to understand. So you just leave it on the table, and they have to understand they are actually adults on the paper, but little children, boys and girls in real life, because no one has really the courage to speak up and stand for something today, and have also the discipline to and work ethic and put some grit and grind into building something sustainable instead of chasing money injections, because this industry tells us that this is the only way to define your self-worth. But you know what what happens? Who is talking about the real things? When if Instagram would do an algorithm where suddenly the word money is shadow banned, then what? Our feed, our grid would look really empty. Would look really empty. And what would people then talk about? And so the next level of the work that we have been doing is to empower people. People, leaders, coaches, you have to make sure, this is our responsibility, that people empower and are empowered to change their lives, to take action differently. For me, this is my standard of my work is only mentorship. I want women step it up and take action and look at themselves differently. The self-image has to change. Only when we look at ourselves differently, we see our potential, we believe in ourselves, and then we stop looking at others for this approval, and only then we break this conditioning and the externalization. Then we are in our authority, in our sovereignty. We understand how energy works, and we're prepared for what's to come, because we don't rely and depend on anyone else. But just stuffing people with information doesn't work, because then we are like, oh, I'm such a good teacher, and I teach you this and this, and then what are you actually selling? It does not work. You cannot sell freedom, you cannot sell self-expression, you cannot sell, if you're not fully, if your background frequency is not fully anchored, rock solid and embodied. And, you know, I'm still questioning myself. I'm still asking, will they really get it? And does it really matter? And if I never ever show up again, do people care? I tell you they don't. Most don't. But that's okay, because the ones who do is the ones I'm talking to. I'm not interested in anyone anymore just looking from the sidelines. That's not what I'm here for. And it is such a choice of people on which side. I don't even know that you're watching me. I don't know that we are like I have no idea. Why would you miss me? Why would you miss me? Yeah, it is so good to listen to me and have me on in your ear. It's amazing. Cool. Now, let's do something together. This is what I'm interested in. Tribal is really to create something together and something bigger. This is for me just self-expression. It is like, okay, I want to see women stepping it up big times and go beyond together to create something bigger. Like, this is what I'm interested in. Everything else is like, yeah, cool. You listen to me. Now what? Let's do something together. Like, this excites me, and I'm not. I'm very grateful that you listen to me. Really, I like this is level one. Okay, don't get me wrong. I love it. Thank you for sharing this. And now what? Let's do it. Like, it is just like sitting here, chatting, talking. But who goes out in the field and wins the game? Who wins the game? I don't need cheerleaders. I need women with me in the game. Not fighting, playing hard, like winning that game. That's what I want. I'm like, where's my team? Okay, I'm in. That's what it is. Okay, so if you want in, then join Design for Success. That's that's the new way to enter my world. It will be officially launched next week. I'm so excited for the new things that are coming. There will be. I want to share one thing. So if you're intrigued what's coming, just message me. I don't want to kind of officially talk about this because it's such a big thing that I'm so excited and take this very seriously. But Ria, just send me a message. I can share with you a little bit, or anyone else who's interested. I can do that. Um, but here's how I work. Yeah, because I'm not waiting for anyone, and I don't need anyone to cheer me on. And this was always how I did it. I'm craving something, gate 41. I want a new experience. I want a new feeling. So I chop my hair. Yeah. Or I move, like open G Center. I move into town. I go travel. I do it. I don't need to wait for invitation for things that don't involve anyone else. Okay? I can initiate myself. I can invite myself. I can let life invite myself. And gate 41 is my sun gate. So what that means is that we have everybody has you have your sun gate, and your sun gate is driving force. Okay? So if you know your sun gate, you can put it in the comments. You can look it up. And then, of course, in the context, the thing is with just the information is one thing. You will only live it when you do the deconditioning. It's like you have these amazing blueprint of human design, which are like little doors of your untouched potential. But the key to unlock it is your strategy and authority. That's it. And how to understand which key goes in which door, you need someone else to guide you, because you have to be led out of your not self into your authentic self. And that's why human design brought to us, but not just to be taught and self-taught and then you try to figure shit out. If you can do that, it's an experiment. But if you feel called to lead, leaders don't have time. You got to get your shit together, get your business together, know your design, get like people are out there. I had a conversation yesterday with my friend. I do believe that so many women are out there and they will burn out through this old way of coaching and doing business over the next months. Next 6 to 12 months will actually show a lot of women burning out who are doing that success thing and being very successful with it, but there will rise also this energy of, I don't want to do that shit anymore. I don't want to live this way. They go to bed every night like feeling not fulfilled. And this Mars and Gemini energy, hi Nicolette, gorgeous. HD Money Club in the house. Hello. They will be this feeling of Mars energy. You know, the universe, the cosmos always edges us to our next level. And if you're kicking and screaming and holding on to this old model of the cross of planning, the resistance in your body will get worsened and the dis-ease. And dis-ease turns into sickness and disease. And so the energy intensifies. It intensifies amazing potential if you're in your alignment, and it intensifies the not self, the fear, also physical health. Every not self patterns that comes up will be amplified. And over the next 8 months with Mars and then also retrograde is the question, what do you really want for your life? Is this it? Is this it? Look at the integrity of you what you say and you what you do, and you know usually the reason why you're not where you are, period. It's fucking pretty simple. You want to lose weight, go and work out consistently, not harder, smarter, but consistency, and do that damn thing. You know enough, we know enough. In this little box there's so much information that it's even too comfortable for people to fucking do it. So it's the same with human design. There's so much information and you know so much, then why are people still not living it? Because there is certain mechanics that work when you are in people's energy. And that's then the transits and the cosmos comes with it, like adds to it. It's like the amplifier. And when you understand this, you don't have to stress yourself out about a launch. But for example, now I know with Mars entering the stage, I know that it is time to launch those topics. And I run my business now since the summer based on the quantum business model, which I fully trust that what I go through and through my alignment are exactly the topics that I'm here to teach. And I'm so in tune with the cosmos, and Mars comes up. So we are talking about desires. We're talking about confidence. We're talking about stepping things up, about self-expression. Got to own it. I even said that in that ego masterclass, we have to do a course on confidence on camera. Why do I feel confident to just press live and don't give a shit whether I have makeup on or not? Yes, I put this filter up, but what the fuck, it doesn't matter. I mean, I don't give that more meaning than my message. And you go and you listen and you say, yes, yes, and I want that too. But you cannot hold it. Now we have this mechanics here. it's working. When you step out of it and you go into the mechanics of your common setting, you have to change your environment to change that baseline frequency, to have it easier. I mean, you can choose the hard way, yeah, but I am interested in the shortcut. I'm interested in working smarter, not harder. I don't know what you want, but if I were you, I would ask myself, okay, where am I actually resisting to do the thing that I really know it's time to do? Where am I self-sabotaging? And where do I actually run again into a dead end and patterns that I know come up and I'm avoiding to do? And that might be a good time to do that now with someone else. And you choose who that someone else be and make that decision from your next level self. This is what I would do. Because over the next month, I tell you, we have only a couple of months left. This is the year of destiny. So we have September, like we're nearly done with August. August is about mastery. We have September, October, November, December, 4 months. If you're not then on that right train, and actually I felt something closing 2 weeks ago. No, it was like 1 week. It was actually 1 week ago where we had the full moon, the Aquarius full moon. Something closed. And the new earth split happened. Do you know this photo where the split happens of the earth? And kind of you are either on that in that reality or in the other reality. Yeah. So the deconditioning process, Christina, can you just repeat the question that you had? No. What was no? Oh, I forgot the question. So what is you can ask what is the fear to really talk about the truth, really in your words, not even overthinking how that sounds. Why is there fear? Why is there fear? Tell me while I fix my hair. Tell me, New Earth split. Yeah, okay. So New Earth split means you step out of the programming, but if you are still taking action that serve the programming, meaning you sit there, overthink it, are afraid what other people say, not talk about the real things, try to check the box, try to convince, to be seen, like in your not self, you're feeding and you're still operating in that reality. So Ross said it takes 7 years to fully decondition. However, I believe now with the information and the self-awareness that we have, and also how much you get support, personalized support, versus you reading and being in a self-experiment, it gets faster. I think it's faster. So I'm in my year 4, but I feel like this summer was a boot camp. Because I believe we have, from my own experience and with my clients, we have kind of these major themes around father and mother wound. And when you cut through that shit, the ego, deconditioning is the codependency, this little girl energy, little boy energy into your adult self, then you are like a quantum leap in your deconditioning, because that impacts all the other centers. Of course, the more openness you have, and as a projector, you radical transformation takes a lot of courage to say no to people, and including your family, because usually your upbringing are the ones who fuck you up the most, the closest people in your life, the ones that you did not choose, the ones that you were born into, or that you are not self-chose as ex-partners or whatever. My mom is very clingy, loving, I can't grow up. Yeah, I know that, Ria. It's the same for me, and I stepped out of it last Christmas where I decided to not join and get over on Christmas Eve, which kind of cut a big cord. Um, you can imagine that they were not very happy about this, but I noticed that I can now enter that family environment, but not being energetically part of that dynamic anymore. But it takes a lot of self-awareness, um, and then self-leadership to hold with my undefined emotional center, to be non-attached and let things just, like a lotus effect. I am self-reliant, I'm self-dependent, I'm self-defined, and I can hold my boundaries very lovingly. Is also something with the undefined throat, to be able to communicate. I think we need to do a masterclass about the undefined throat and communicating. Even defined throats, all women are so fucked up in their communication, to talk without emotions, and from leadership perspective, with compassion, not accusation, sharing, seeing others where they are, and finding a baseline to communicate where we can work through things and create new kind of agreements of relationships. Evolution takes a lot, and I see this missing in this industry, in this world, like so much. And I have been there. I can only talk about this in that truth and that depth because I worked through it. I turned my wounds, my conditioning, my little girl energy that I even was last year. I mean, last year I was celebrating in August a 250,000, hitting a 250,000 for the year. I know Cynthia was still in my world. I did this whole celebration inside, and the photos just popped up, and I had all roses. I just got my Porsche. I was all in this externalization of my defining myself, and there was a lot of, look at me, I am successful. Yes, I was successful and I'm fucking good at what I'm doing, but I was still actually playing myself down by talking and teaching the how-tos instead of modeling the embodiment. And that's why my not self came up, because I still was not recognized for what I actually wanted to be recognized for and what I actually wanted to teach about. But I thought I had to do this to make the money, to create the success. And then I was kind of trying to be seen as it. Like, that's a fucked up energy. And I can only share about this because I have overcome it, and I don't have to prove anyone anything anymore. And that's why I'm like, you decide if this is resonating with you, and you decide you want to step up your life and step into your power. There are ways to join my world, but you have to decide this. I don't take anyone who is not mature as a client. I choose my clients, and you should do that too, especially if you're a projector. You cannot take on conditioned, fucked up energy. No type. What you say called respond to and say yes to is actually a no. 99%. Correct? Manifestors, you're fucking bored. And you don't allow yourself to rest so much and step out of this whole hustle, and I have to initiate the next thing and next thing and next thing. And that's why the big money downloads actually don't come through, because you're not allowing yourself to really connect with the quantum field where you receive them. But this goes also personal, and to be honest, you cannot learn this from reading the next or getting an app, even a human design app, which is out there on the market, which is incredible. But this serves you only at a certain level. But when you go back to your family, you become this little girl and this little boy because your mother is in her conditioning and identifies her self-worth by how much she can mother you. And if you say, no, mom, thank you, I don't need your help, I don't want your support, I can do it myself, she's pissed, and you have an undefined emotional center, and you feel bad because you made your mother sad. And I know it myself, like it breaks my heart. But you have to stop that and hold this at a certain level, because if you want to grow up, because your mom is not even an adult. And what I said there this morning, or even last night, and thinking about, our mothers kind of claim, even my mother, to raise us as independent, strong, powerful women. But at the same time, they tell me you cannot wear these nails, that it doesn't look good. The shirt is too short. The shorts are too short. You show too much legs. I'm like, where's this independent? This makes codependency. I'm like, what happens if I do so? What other people tell you about you. Or a man might don't like you because of your nails. How fucked up is that? That's not independent. That's fully codependency. And this transfers to business. Who's the mother? Other coaches, coaching industry, telling you, or even the client, where you go like, okay, client, what do you want so that I feel like I'm a good coach? Client, what do you need so that you pay me and I feel safe? Business, how much do I need to work so that I can finally take a day off and rest? Do you see? Like, we recreate the emotional codependency patterns to stay safe, to be seen, to be loved from our personal life into our business. It's a match. It's a match. And everything that you claim in your business and what you think you stand for and what your vision is, Raya, you're amazing. That you have the guts and you have the courage. It can only be a projector, I tell you. It's only and so my energy communicate clearly with mom. Yes, Cynthia, you were like first Ria, like you're such a courageous woman to to allow yourself to be seen and stand and claim that without like feeling ashamed. That's a defined heart. Cynthia has also a defined heart, and I want to say that you were the first client working with me where the success came because we like the aligned invitations, everything came because you were not focusing on that, but you were focusing on your relationship and owning your desires and setting boundaries and communicating that. And everything that I do with my clients in first place is clearing that and being able to express it. And Mars and Gemini, now we close this off because I want to eat my salad. It's waiting. It's getting soggy in the kitchen. If you want to know my salad, how it look like, follow me on my stories. If you're a projector, watch the projector masterclass. That is the link in my bio. If you want to book a session with me, I am bringing sessions back. I'm excited for this. There will be actually AM sessions. Okay, this is what I'm going to share. It's a secret, but I'm so excited for it to not share it. These sessions are called I am sessions. So if you want more clarity, you book I am clear. If you want more confidence, you will book I am confident. If you want to be unblocked around money flow, you book I am rich and wealthy. If you want to have clarity about your launch plan, you book I'm clear. If you want to create your offers, like this is also in I am clear. If you want to get better at sales, confident to cash, it's in I'm confident. Like these are very personal topics that then impact your business and I look at your chart and I look at your business. And you can also book the package and we look at all the different things, because for each result there's a different area in your chart that I look at, that we work on. It's a reading slash coaching session, and you can have Voxer access and support for integration afterwards for 2 weeks as well, because without embodiment and coaching you will not leave my world. So this is one thing that I'm super excited and I'm working on, and we need to get that up as well. So there's so many things. But especially the next 8 weeks, if you cannot communicate, nothing will change. And you are amazing. I see your potential. I know that you are maybe not clear where to start. I can help you clarity with my defined head right away. I see it. And then you can go and do it, because that's the most important thing, that you take action differently. Okay. It was so fun today. Like, I love that. I loved it. Thank you for listening. If you watch the replay and you have questions, I'm also creating a new format to have conversations like this, even more. And this will come next week as well. So get excited for this. What is it that you want to hear, see being talking and shared more in this industry? Send me a message or leave it in the comments. You can also just comment which topic do you never see anyone talking about, because this is something I will bring into this new space that I'm creating. It's a totally free space, but I would like some topic ideas. Invite me to riff on, talk about. And as I said, the HG Money Club and all the other things to join my world, just send me a message. I can help you find the perfect spot. One-on-one options are there as well, because if you're like me, you love one-on-one. It's all that I'm doing. Okay, have a great rest of your Sunday. Talk to you soon. Bye.